Good afternoon and welcome to the webinar on Baya V3, the new webmail client. Baya V3 has been deployed for all SkyConnect domains and can be deployed for in-premise as an upgrade to the current ConnectXF setups. For the purpose of this presentation, we will focus on SkyConnect, but the same features and process will be applicable to the ConnectXF as well. In this presentation, we will know what is Baya V3, then the brief outlook on key features of all the applications, then end user steps basically to migrate from Baya V2, that is old interface, to Baya V3. Then the steps and schedule to roll out Baya V3 for end users. Okay, for both SkyConnect and ConnectXF. Okay, so let's start. The next generation web client, Baya V3 is the next generation web client, and the applications supported in this are email, contacts, calendar and tasks. In this interface, there will be links to Baya V2 interface, then admin panel, as well as the links for help and the settings page or setting interface. Okay, the highlights of Baya V3. This is Baya V3 has a responsive interface. That means the same interface will be visible on desktop clients as well as on mobile. So mobile has its own interface that will be displayed using Baya V3. This app will support all the interfaces on tabs, laptops, desktops. All applications support the 3-pane interface. Okay, there is a 3-pane interface which is supported on tabs, laptops and desktops. The interface, Baya V3 interface is very clear and simple. It supports all the major browsers and it integrates the new calendar server which has a better interface for events and meetings. There is a new application to manage your tasks. These are some benefits of using Baya V3. It's a single application for most devices. You don't have to download any client, native clients, anything. This will be a single application. It will increase your productivity using 3-pane interface. There are new applications in this and there are many new features inbuilt. Okay, so let's have a look at Baya V3, what it has to offer. To start with, we'll take email application. What all new features are there in this? Okay, so in this email application, you will get threaded views, the PGP support, that means encrypted emails, Indian language support, canned responses, that means you can have your own templates of responses, then improved vacation replies, rich text signatures, then you can save the emails as tasks or events. So let's have a look at it, how it looks like. Okay, so this is the new interface where you have to put your email ID, the complete email ID, demo@demo.mithiskyconnect.com, then the password, and the CAPTCHA. Let's log into the interface. Okay, this is the interface. It has 3-pane interface. Okay, in this left side you will get all the folders. Okay, in middle you will get the email list, and at the right side you will get the whichever mail you select, you will get the text in that. Okay, here you can see the mails in list view or in the threaded view. That means in one single thread the entire mail transaction can be seen. Okay, so you can switch to the view, list view or the thread view, right? Okay, then there is a PGP encryption support as well in this. So you can send mails using encryption keys. So we'll look at that later in the settings page. You also have the Indian language interface here. Okay, you can select whatever language you want from this. Okay, Hindi is there, Marathi, whatever language you want to select. The interface and the compose as well will get changed in this. Then there are canned responses. Canned responses means what? It's a template basically. So you can save this. So you can have templates like, you know, mostly used responses can be saved as templates and can be reused. Okay, then there is a improved vacation replies. If you go to vacation reply, okay, in settings page, the new things over here is you can set a start date, end date, okay, as well as you can have 2 different replies for your external users as well as your internal users. So that is a very useful feature. Mainly the start date and end date can be set for the vacation replies. Then you have rich text signatures. Okay, in this rich text signature you can have different you know, attributes to the text, plus you can have images inbuilt. You can use this rich text palette to define your attributes, and you can add, simply copy paste the images as well in this signature. Now another new feature in email is like whatever mail, if I select any mail, I can save it as a task or I can save it as an event. Okay, it will directly go to the task list or the event list. So these 2 new features are there in email. Okay, now let's go to the new other application, that is contacts. Okay, in contacts the contacts which you get are personal, then it's same like Baya V2, personal address book, then global address book, then you get groups over here. Okay, what is new in this? So in personal addresses you can create your own groups. Okay, personal groups, and you can add, drag drop email IDs into your personal groups. Then this is automatically collated email addresses. Whatever mails you send, okay, those IDs will get saved in this automatically collated list. Okay, Then there are searches available. You can search through the address book. Okay, let's say I put support over here. I can get the results, and even I can save these results. Like if search support with the first name, I can set what all need to be searched through, display name or first name, or I can select simply all fields, and then I can save these searches. Okay, here. So if I need to search some IDs frequently, then I can simply save these searches. Okay, that is about address book. Very interesting new features are there. Personal groups, I can create personal groups here, then automatically collated lists are there. Okay, this is rest all like Baya V2. All these are in global address book. You will get the list of existing users into it, and same will be available in the drop down list as well while you are composing the mail. So that is about the address book. Okay, so we have covered these in brief. Okay, if you need to know this or take a demo of this in detail, we can take another session, because we will have to go through all the features, so it will be a little brief. If you have any queries in between, you can put it on chat, and the QA session can be taken at last. So let's take the next. So we have covered threaded views, we have covered PGP support, okay, basically encrypted mails. Now we will be sharing this presentation. Now for every feature we have created short videos. Okay, you can refer to these videos. Okay, links are given here, and you can even share it with users, so they will be they can refer it whenever they want to use any of this feature. Okay, so we covered canned responses, then improved vacation replies, okay, rich text signature, save task and events. Okay, then we have gone through the contacts, personal address book, global address book, then automatically collated addresses, groups and distribution lists, then saved searches, right? Okay, so import contact and export contact. It is very simple. So if I go to contacts, I can import contacts from if I have a list, saved list. Okay, I can add it to whichever address book I want. Okay, and I can choose a file and then simply import it from here. Then there is export. Here it is given. So whatever list address book is there, you can export it in VCF file. It will get exported, and you can use it in any other if you want to import it in desktop client or something, or you can refer to it. You can use this file as exported contacts. You can select any address book and then export. That will give you that particular address book export file. Okay, that is about import and export. The videos are given in this link. You can refer to these. Okay, now tasks. This is the new application. I'll show it to you. Okay, this is okay. Here you will get a link for tasks. Task has, you can have a task list, basically a group of tasks, and in that you can have different kind of task lists. Okay, and there will be you can create a task and assign a date, due date, and let's say if you go to new task, you can assign a start date, due date. Okay, you can put an reminder. Okay, and the alert will be displayed on your screen 15 minutes before that task. And if you see there are few tasks there, so it will show you overdue list, then the today's list. Okay, so this is very useful feature, and can be used to whatever the tasks are completed and all. You can select the status as completed and then save. Automatically those will be removed from the list, and you can see the status as over here. Even the mails, as I showed you earlier, can be saved as tasks, though it will come in this task list. This is a new application which is available under Baya V3. So we have covered how to create and manage task lists. Okay, so what we have done is, we have created a task list, and then in that task list we have added different tasks. So this is a created task list. For example, I can add one more webinar Q&A, let's say. Okay, this is a task list, and under that I can put some tasks into it, and I can put the dates for that, right? So this is how it works, and it's very useful, and the video links are given here. The presentation will be shared, you can go through those. So we have covered create and manage task list, create and manage tasks, then alerts. Okay, if you have enabled the alert 15 minutes before or whatever time you have set, it will be shown like this. Okay, now let's move to the another new application, that is calendar. It was there earlier in Baya V2. Now this is a very much improved calendar server inbuilt in this Baya V3. Okay, so we will be covering events, sending, receiving meeting invites, and share and subscribe calendar. Okay, these three things we will be covering in this. So here there is a link to calendar application. So this is the interface. It is a very simple interface. Okay, there is one event already created, but it is very simple to create the events. So I can put a summary, some description. Okay, and I can put participants into it, right? Let's say I put at mithi.com. So for these participants, the invite will be automatically sent through email. Okay, so if I put save, this event gets created. So sending, receiving events. So once I put participant, event will be sent to those participants. I can see the list, I can edit the invite, okay. I can add to it, and I can also change the timings and dates of this. This is event basically. So let's go to the interesting part of this. If you go to settings page, okay, you can share the calendar, okay. Your own calendar can be shared with other members, okay. You can put email ID over here, okay. And so if you go to settings page and go to share calendar, and then you can share it with other members, okay, other team members. So drop down list will come over here. You can select either read or read write. You can simply select it from here, right? And once you share, you will get the person will get invitation for that. Like somebody else has, if send invitation or has shared a calendar with me, I will get that into this list, okay. And I can subscribe to the calendar of another user. That is how calendar works. If you go to video links, you will get to see the exact steps, how to configure, how to share and how to subscribe the calendar. You can add your own calendars to it other than default calendars. Okay, that's about the calendar. Now let's go to the settings page where you can customize your own options. The end user can customize from settings page. So in settings, let's go to preferences. In preferences, okay. So you can customize your compose options from here. Like if you want to compose in a fresh window, if you click on compose, it should come in new window. Then if you want HTML or forward as HTML, let's say, then save as drafts every 1 minute, 3 minutes. All these kind of different modifications, customizations, you can do it from the preferences. When replying, you can select do not quote the original message, or start new message below the quote. These things can be done from preferences, okay, from the settings page mainly. Then you can have your own signature. So let's say for signature options, you have add signature always, never, new messages, or reply only for replies and forwards, okay. So such kind of different customizations are there in this. For displaying messages, there are different options. So you can go through this and for all the customizations you will get video links on for the settings page. Okay. Okay, you can set your vacation replies from here, right? Okay, so that is about settings page. Now other than this, there are other links as well in this. Mainly you can go to your old interface from here to Baya V2. Okay, then there is a help link given here. So from here users can go to the help topics and check how to use the different applications, email, contacts, calendar. For all the help topics are given over here. So these are all important links in this interface where you can see the applications and where you can go to the admin panel, the old interface and the help topics as well. That's a a very brief overview of what is coming new in Baya V3. Now let's go to the steps involved in migrating, okay, Baya V2 to Baya V3. What all steps are there in this? So mainly, first step is save to sent items. Okay, most of you all will be knowing that there is a server level setting to save the mails in sent item, the sent mails to be saved. So there is a server level setting for that. For Baya V3, we are going to enable this at server level because it's very efficient also. And for POP clients also it will be very useful that sent items will be there on the server. So this will be enabled at server level automatically. So if you are using save to send item on your desktops, I mean the users need to disable it in their Outlooks or Thunderbird, whatever. They need to disable the save to send item option. The server level save to send item will copy the every mail sent will be copied into the sent items folder automatically. This is the step 1. Step 2 is migrating personal address book from Baya V2 to Baya V3. Personal address book is my own address book, so it okay, for every user. It is very easy to migrate it from V2 to V3. So simply end user himself can do it from here. The link is given. What is to be done is basically in Baya V2, okay, you can export the if you go to contacts, in Baya V2 to V3 you can export, okay, from here. From V2 you export the contacts, a VCF file will be created, okay. You can save it, a vcard file you can save it and download it, okay, it will be there, and then simply you import that file in Baya V3. It's as simple as that. Export it from V2 and import it in V3. So end user themselves can do it, okay, and it will migrate the personal address book from V2 to V3. The third step is to migrate calendar events from Baya V2 to V3. If the end users are using it, the calendar, then they can export their events like this. It is the same, again the same, you can export it from calendar, V2 calendar, and import it in V3. Okay, if you go to calendar and how to migrate calendar events from Baya V2 to Baya V3. This is how you go to calendar, and then there is option called as export calendar. Okay, this will create, you can select basically all dates, so it will take all the files, all the events, and then it will export it in ICS format file. Take this file and simply import it in Baya V3. That will give you all the events in Baya V3. It's as simple as that, to migrate calendar events from Baya V2 to Baya V3. Okay. And then step 4 is to configure your signature. If you have put configured any signature in Baya V2, simply put it in Baya V3. Okay. So that is all about the migration. Okay. And if you go here, signatures and vacation replies. So that is given in this document in detail. So that can be used for configuring the signatures. So 4-step migration. Okay, first step is save to sent items to be disabled on your desktops. Then migrate personal address book from V2 to V3. Simply export from V2, import in V3. Similarly for calendar events and configure signature. So 4-step, very simple migration flow. Okay, that is about moving users to Baya V3. Okay, now let's come to chat application. Okay, if you want to use chat and users are using Baya V3, then users can download the desktop or mobile chat clients, okay, that can be used for chat. Like you have Negio, Miranda and Pidgin, such clients, free open source clients are there which can be used for desktop. Similarly, mobile chat clients are also there, and the help is given, okay, in that in the video links, right? So you can go through it and configure your chat clients. Okay. Okay. So schedule for Baya V3 for Sky Connect. Okay. So starting from Monday, that is 17th December, okay, a link for Baya V3 will be shown in their existing sign up page. Okay, and end users can continue using Baya V2 or they can select to go to new version. Both the clients will be available till January 31st. So both the clients will be available till January 31st. Okay, this is the first phase. In second phase, between 17th December to 31st Jan, okay, the URL for web client for your domain should be updated. Support team will help you in that, okay, how to point to Baya V3. So basically your URL needs to be pointed to Baya V3 and the changes need to be done in DNS. Okay, the user should be instructed to use the new calendar server as well. Since the new calendar server is added in Baya V3, the calendar settings also need to be changed with the new calendar server. There will be a URL for new calendar server. So in phase 2, URL for webmail client and URL for calendar server. These two need to be pointed to Baya V3. In phase 3, from 1st Feb, the access to Baya V2 and old calendar will be discontinued. Okay, and the new interface Baya V3 will be in play. Also the new calendar interface will be in play. If the user has not changed it till that time, he will get an error, and then he will be you can point him to the new calendar and Baya V3 URL if he has not changed it till 1st of Feb. Okay, so these are 3 phases and their dates for Sky Connect. Okay, please make a note of it and you will have to inform the end users about it. Phases for Connect XF, that means in-premise setups. Okay, for in-premise setup, if you want to use Baya V3, the first phase is to provision the hardware. We will not touch the existing setup. There will be a new hardware, and in phase 2, the software Baya V3 software will be installed and configured on this new hardware, and in phase 3 it will be rolled out to the users. Okay, the same video links and information can be used to share it with your users, and then Baya V3 can be you can roll out Baya V3 for the end users. So that is how the phases will be for Connect XF. Yeah, that's all about Baya V3. Thank you very much for your time and for joining this webinar. Thank you so much.